Good morning, it's John from Barefoot Accounting. How are you doing there? Today I thought I'd tackle a question I'm often asked, is like, what expenses should I include in my accounts? Now I think when people say this, what they really mean is it tax deductible or not? And I've got my own views on this because I think it shows a kind of real different kind of view towards what you're using your accounts for. I think if there is an expense that is to do with running your business, it should be included no matter what, and that's up to you. You know, it's your business. If you believe that it's something that is a business expense, put it in. Now, this might not be the same as what HMRC thinks, okay? And I'll give a bit of an example later on. And it's important to know what the rules are for HMRC for when you're doing your tax return, or just get someone else to do it for you. But it's important to know the rules. However, there can be areas where what you might think is a true expense for your business, and the only reason you're buying something is for your business, and that might be different to the rules, because let's face it, HMRC are trying to protect themselves against people kind of taking the mick, to be honest. And they have to have certain rules and guidelines. Again, that's another thing, is that there's guidelines necessarily rather than rules, so people often expect a sort of clear-cut answer, and sometimes there are grey areas in this. So I would say, if there's money coming out of your business in any way, if you're using your accounts to try and get a better grip of how your business is performing and how to manage it, which I hope you are, you're going to want to track any way money is leaking out of your business. You know, is it a good investment for your business and your clients? Is there a better way of doing things, cheaper or more efficient? You know, there's all these things you've got to consider, but you can't really consider them if you're not aware of it. So I thought, to illustrate it, I'll give a little example. If you happen to live around the corner from a really nice cafe, and maybe you find this place is a great place to sit down, get a bit of quiet and get some really good work done, you could argue that's a sensible business decision to go and work there. However, as it's around the corner and you go buy your coffee and donut or whatever, you can't claim that as a taxable expense because it's not travel and subsistence, because it's around the corner and your receipt is only for the coffee and donut. If you had a receipt that said it was for renting a table and they happen to just provide coffee and donuts, that's a different matter. So there's an idea. Likewise, you might decide it's a nice place to meet clients. Well, that would be business entertaining, so you can't claim that either. But that doesn't mean it's not a good idea to do it, you know, for a business reason. And you probably want to keep track of this, because what happens if you end up buying, you know, a gallon of coffee a day? It adds up, and you want to keep an eye on it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing this, because you might find, well, actually, I get a lot of work done here. It's cheaper than having, you know, an extra bolting on an office at home. It's cheaper than hiring an office. But then there's another case, maybe it's not. So if you keep track of these costs, you might decide that co-working, or, I don't know, hiring an office or sharing an office with someone else might be a better option for you. So basically, I would say, in short to the answer of what's expenses to include in your accounts, include everything that has to do with your business, or what you feel has to do with your business. When it comes to your tax return, well, then you can make adjustments, and it's actually quite common for businesses to have, you know, their profit and their taxable profit, because it's just accepted that there will be certain items that fall out with the rules, and there might be some things that actually fall in the rules which you've not thought about. Anyway, I hope this helps you. Take care now, catch you next week. Toodaloo.